Hey, what's up, guys? Just to let you know, you can support Anime Assembled and A Plus Opinions by joining the Patreon. That's right. All you
Yes.
got to do is show your support by going to patreon.com/. A Plus Opinions. We got three different tiers: $1, $5, $10. All the tiers give you access to the exclusive Discord, gives you access to character breakdowns, Patreon only, and audio versions of the podcast we do. So just in case you're on the road and you can't watch the video, you can still enjoy our breakdowns of certain events and television shows. We also have Sentai exclusive reviews and other amazing things. So go ahead and join the Patreon and check it out. Now on to the show.
This is Soni Aralynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy Uchiha and John Forsaken Power.
Yo, what's going on? We're back at it. Your host with the most at Nerd Mix Alpha, Indy Uchiha himself. I got my main man, John Forsaken Powers, and this is Anime Assembled, your one-stop shop for everything anime and manga, where we bring you the news that you didn't know about, because we're not just covering the popular stuff, we're covering everything that has to do in anime and manga culture. What's going up, Forsaken?
What's up, brother? What's up? Good to be back yet again.
Yeah, man, I'm up and down. You know what I'm saying? I came off a amazing episode of Batwoman.
Okay.
Then went into a horrible episode of The Flash with the exit of Cisco Ramon. No
don't
longer
tell me
on the
that.
show. But then
Hurts.
2 o'clock the following morning, I got an amazing first episode of Loki. So that's
Yes.
honestly what me and Adam just did the review for. And now I'm doing this with you, which is one of the highlights of my week. And I'm binging Yashahime, Demon Princess right now. So that's what I'm trying to catch up on. And it's a hard watch to start off with, but it's actually not that bad of a show, to be honest with you. It's
That's
just
good.
it makes you it's the best of the worst things of the original Inuyasha show. So
And that's even worse because right now I'm watching Inuyasha subbed right now, so that I can watch Yashahime subbed.
yeah, so
So, this is gonna be rough when I get there.
yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, that's basically what's going on. Has some amazing caught up on a lot of my mangas this week. So, I got Boruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, all the big ones, My Hero.
Right.
My Hero was really good. Oh my god, was My Hero good.
That's good.
Yeah, and just doing the norm. I just finished up Seven Deadly Sins, because that comes back on the season 5 is on the 29th, I think.
Yeah, season 5. Yeah, season 5.
Yeah, so
Dude, you're beating me up right now because I haven't even finished season 4 yet.
man, it was I couldn't put it down. When they got past all the filling on your boobs and all that stuff and actually got to the meat of everything that was going on, man. The aspect of religion that comes to play in the show, with the battles between, the demons and the angels, and when it really gets to the meat of what's going on, is actually really, really good.
Yeah. It was definitely good from where I left off. I got to figure out where I left off in season 4. I think I was only a couple episodes in, but then I took a pause because a whole bunch of other stuff was dropping that I really wanted to watch. And now, 30 animes later or whatever, everything's just kind of through the roof, And then on top of that, I'm reading a couple mangas, one of them, dude, like, you have to check out 100%. It is absolutely amazing. As soon as I picked it up, I binged like 20 chapters. It was ridiculous.
You gonna give us the name, or you just gonna?
Well, I figured I'd save it for the end, like a little coup de grace. But
Okay.
it's definitely a juicy one.
Okay, definitely. We're getting on that. Is there any news on Ruby coming back with another season, or is that just over with?
So right now they're talking about doing another season, if I remember correctly. There's a big issue with that one because like they'll put out an episode and then it'll be like 3-4 weeks and then we'll get another episode and then sometimes we'll get an episode the next day. Like they're all over the place with it,
Okay.
and so it maybe they'll get another season, but it's a matter of whether they'll actually pump it out like they regularly did. There's been a lot of pauses and breaks throughout the time with it.
What about like I'm gonna hit you with everything. What about
Okay,
Alpharetta, Rise of the Shield Hero?
done. Okay, I got you on. Both of them have been confirmed for season twos. I believe Ari Ferretta's coming in July,
Okay.
and
Si-
Rising
si-
the Shield Hero. Oh,
simultaneous.
I believe so. It's gonna be both subbed and dubbed.
Okay.
I believe it's dropping on Funimation. I believe I'm not 100% positive.
I can never remember the Funimation passwords.
If it's you're in luck though, because Hulu had picked up season one, so they might even have season two drop with it. So
I don't have Hulu.
I got you, my man. I got you covered. But nah,
I let go. I let go of Hulu when I left Verizon because I didn't have the Disney bundle anymore because I figured it was cheaper for me just to play for Disney Plus and get free HBO Max. So
that's fair.
yeah.
That is 100% fair. And now I'm paying for like all three of them, to be honest. Yeah, doing like a little bundle thing. It saved me some money. But anyways, Rising of the Shield Hero is coming out in October, I believe. Sometime in the fall of this year, though. So both of them have both been confirmed. We're good. We've even got a trailer. I think even two trailers for Ari Ferretta. So I know we touched base on that one for a little bit, but yeah, dude, I'm super hyped.
It's just you know what I'm saying, the certain ones that I'm actually looking forward to. Those two.
Right.
I know God of
Those
High
are like the
School
ones.
is nowhere close to being done, but Tower of God I'm
Right.
really waiting for.
Well, the webtoon of Tower of God just came off of a hiatus a little while ago. So I think it was a couple weeks ago it came off hiatus. So they're putting out more chapters for it. I'm sure that we'll get another one. Crunchyroll did pretty well with it, so I'm sure we'll get it by probably next year.
Yeah, and then Webtoon Tower. Man, that show's amazing. And now,
It
the
is.
time I reincarnated as a slime,
Oh
and
my gosh.
I reincarnated as a spider. So what?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on both of those because I'm really getting into isekai. Isekai.
Isekai.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm really getting
Mm-hmm.
into isekai. I even laughed at a meme I saw. I saw a meme. It was like a truck driver driving towards MC of isekai.
Oh my
Truck
god.
driver sees isekai is not somebody who just stays in the house and games, is actually happy and has a girlfriend, and then you start seeing the truck driver going reverse and back up instead of hitting the main character.
Oh my god.
I was like
That's
that. That
hilarious.
had me rolling, dude. I was like that. Like 2 months ago, I wouldn't have even got that meme, but like now, it was the most hilarious
It's
thing on the planet.
Dude, it's so accurate though. It's
It's
so
very
accurate.
accurate, yo. Very
But
accurate. But nah, man, we got some news to get into.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, definitely, because y'all know how we do. We grab some articles, we break down what's going on. We talk about.
Yeah.
We got to talk about it because I think next episode we should actually get into some of the. I'm in this one group and they keep putting characters against other characters, and I think we should actually get
Okay.
into some of that. Maybe just you know what I'm saying, play with it and see what we say from the
Right.
knowledge that we have, because I'm getting really tired of people shitting on Rumaru and saying
Right.
and
And just
saying and not knowing that this slime will actually defeat half
body
everybody. Like,
Mm.
y'all keep talking about Goku and all these other people, like this slime would just this slime would eat
Right.
Goku and then have Super Saiyan powers.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen. But
Yeah. Honestly.
but we'll get into a little bit of that later. Hey, if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about,
Yes.
make sure that you put that in the comment below. If you are a Patreon subscriber and you're listening to the audio version, if you want to comment on this, we guaranteed to talk about what you want us to talk about because you're a Patreon subscriber. So, but without further ado, man, got some bad news for Attack on Titan lovers.
Yeah, this one hit hard, but it's expected.
This one hit really, really, really hard, man. I'm like really upset about what I just heard. Hajime Isayama does not plan to write an Attack on Titan sequel. It's been confirmed through a leak interview of Shitaro Kawakabu, close enough.
Something like that.
Yeah, who is the editor of the manga Attack on Titan, written and illustrated by Hajime Isayama. I'm just going to say Hajime from now on. The author has no plan to write a sequel to the Attack on Titan series. In this interview, the editor also reveals some important information about Hajime's future works. Here's a short summary of the interview, right? Did the ending of Attack on Titan play out as planned from the beginning? He answered, this is how we planned the play to the end from the beginning. The events in between were established during serialization, but how the main character would end the story had already been decided from the beginning, and that never changed. To be honest, Isayama Sensei wrote the story always with that in mind. They then asked, did the content of the story itself change at any time? The content itself never changed, and although Isayama felt great responsibility for it, he never thought of changing the ending. Did you think it would be a revolutionary work when it started? They answered, he knew it was going to be a masterpiece when he was with him. And he wrote in the headlines of the second and third volume that this was the path to the true shonen manga of the 21st century. But being an ancient story, a story of isolated people who they fight for their freedom. However, strictly speaking as an editor, I didn't think it would be revolutionary. What was the part of the manga where Isayama had the most doubts? I love this answer. The part where Sasha saves the girl. In the drafts, it was a story where Sasha did, in fact, die. But what was the point of her dying at that point? I asked Isayama. He seemed concerned about it. So in the end, Sasha survived there. Is there any chance that we would get a spinoff that would be written? Not actually. There is no reason there is a sequel or derivative work. We have heard many requests in this regard from fans, but we regret to tell you that it is not possible. In fact, Isayama is pretty exhausted right now, so his next serialization is undecided as of yet. So not only is my homie, which I do believe that Attack on Titan was revolutionary.
Yes.
Attack on Titan came when I was just a GA. A game advisor at GameStop in St. John, and I was actually put on Attack on Titan by Justin.
Really? Okay.
Justin was the one who put me on Attack on Titan, and even then I didn't really start, like, I was knowledgeable about it, but Overwatch
wasn't a big fan.
Overwatch happened and Attack on Titan didn't matter after Overwatch happened. It wasn't until we had our place together that I really started checking out. I don't even think I started watching it right then. I think I took a minute to get into it.
Yeah, dude. It took a good while to finally start pushing you to watch more anime.
Yeah.
What was it? I got you. It was first My Hero and Black Clover, and then as soon as those popped off for you, you were like, "Well, what else am I missing?" And then you just popped off from there.
I think the thing that got me back into anime is that Super. I caught up with Super because I watched the Resurrection of F movie, and then caught on with the Super and stuff that was going on. I started reviewing Super, and I think that's what got me back into what was going on with the anime. But to me, this is something that is very much what would you say, needed, I would say. It is well, thank you, Wonder GM Ranger, for following. That came out of nowhere.
Thank you.
Followed on Twitch. I didn't even know I was on Twitch. But no, it was a very interesting thing in the way the story was told, because it is an age-old story of people, you know what I'm saying, rebelling against the norm. and
Right.
just adding in the lore of the Titans and everything that went on was really dope. It became a phenomenon. There was
Absolutely.
a time when nothing was bigger than Attack on Titan. So
Mm.
I rock with it. What do you think about him actually? And it was crazy to me that the guy being interviewed said he didn't think it would be revolutionary. What was your
Right.
thoughts from, like, what was your feeling when, I don't know, did you read the manga or do the anime first?
I started with the anime, and then that kind of spurred on me to the
Okay.
manga, and then I kind of kept flipping back and forth. But it got to the point where I just kind of I just watched the anime, and then like I'd read the manga up until the point of the anime,
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like that back and forth. But from the get go, I could already tell that like Attack on Titan was gonna go far.
Right.
It just kind of came out, it was just like, yeah, this is gonna be big. There was no doubts or questions about it. Um, I love the interviewer because his question, he popped off with these questions, and I'm a little sad at the fact that we're not going to be getting a spin-off or a sequel to Attack on Titan, but at the same time it comes to that very old cliche, all good things must come to an end. You know, you don't want to, you don't want to kick a dying horse when it's down kind of thing, right? You don't want to I would rather them end it on such a really good note where it's at versus them trying to milk it until they can't milk it anymore and then it just kind of gets diluted from this masterpiece that we got.
Okay. I definitely get what you're saying, but what would you say about, especially with you watching the anime first, watching,
Mm.
let's say, the first season of the anime, was this something that was revolutionary for you, especially with all the anime that you were watching?
Mm. That's a tough one. See, for me, I feel like it wasn't really in the aspect of revolutionary. I feel like in it was more of a community revolution. You know, Attack on Titan, it had so many kind of aspects of it that brought people together. The whole Sasageo, like all that stuff. The opening, the crazy antics in it, even how they salute. There was these certain things, and a lot of people, particularly at conventions, of course,
Mm-hmm.
people would do it, and everybody would reference, oh, that's Attack on Titan, and then people would chime in, and then more people would chime in, and then it was just kind of like it was a huge like trend, a huge wave of people you know just coming together for these particular things, and it would be randomly at that too. So I feel like in terms of revolution, it would be more of the community versus like animation. Granted, the animation was really good, the storyline was even good, but I wouldn't say they didn't do any high end crazy things with it. It was a very compelling story, and it had enough things that the community picked up on and did, and that's what resulted in it being revolutionary.
Okay.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with like all the anime memes that are out there. With like, for instance, Dragon Ball and Vegeta. It's over 9,000, and just screaming until you pop a blood vessel in your head. Because you're trying to go Super Saiyan. Stuff like that. I feel like that's what makes certain shows revolutionary versus, oh, they tried this high end type of animation style, or what the CGI effects that you couldn't even tell that were there, stuff like that. Most anime viewers won't catch that, but
Right.
those trends and stuff, like the tatakae, fight, those kind of things, the music that people constantly listen to, like the Reluctant Heroes song that came out of Attack on Titan. That was one of my ringtones pretty much from 2014 to whatever year. you know it's stuff like that. That's what made Attack on Titan revolutionary.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Attack on Titan to me was just flipping
Right.
amazing,
It was
especially when I come
still
on
is.
something, you know what I'm saying? I come on later, you know what I'm saying, into
Right.
it. And to me, it was just super, super dope. And people
Right.
just don't understand, like, how fly, you know what I'm saying, Attack on Titan really, really was.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, now that it's over with, those people that didn't get it can honestly understand and check in later to see how amazing, you know what I'm saying, it actually is. So I'm all for it. I say it is legendary. I say it's revolutionary. I feel like it changed. I feel like it changed anime and manga, you know what I'm saying, for good for the future, because I really feel like without the success of Attack on Titan, I don't and the spread it had in the US, the way it developed in the West is why in my opinion Black Clover, Demon Slayer, and different things like that are as dope as they are now. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
It's interesting with that, man. But
it definitely dragged a lot of people in, for sure. And the fact that, it's called one of the new generation big threes for a reason.
Right.
You don't get that kind of title being a mediocre anime.
Right. You definitely don't. You definitely don't. But with the good things that come from anime and the praises that come from anime, there are some negative things that happen. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that we don't know about, that we normally don't see because it's not happening over here, since most of what we watch is developed overseas. And speaking of that, man, I'm on the side of the creator to start off with, but a popular
100%.
animator leaves Mappa Studio due to poor work conditions. Now this is an older article that we meant to cover before that we actually didn't, because we had some more important, not saying this article isn't important, but we had some more relative stuff pop up to what we were talking about right then. Right. But this is kind of akin to what we were talking about last week with the animator putting his foot down, you know what I'm saying, and deciding that he was going to possibly lose work to stand up for the creators. But this is a popular animator of Studio Mappa, which is probably the top studio, like one of the most popular studios right now, who is known for working on Attack on Titan final season, has tweeted through his personal account that he has left Mappa Studio due to terrible work conditions and now working for another production company. It is not a hidden fact that Mappa Studio was under a lot of criticism during Attack on Titan final season part 1 show premiere. Many fans were displeased with the animation, how the animation turned out, and also the use of CGI. There were also some rumors about Mappa staff being overworked continuously, although this was not proven before. One of the popular animators from Mappa have tweeted that they will be leaving Mappa due to poor work conditions. His tweet translates to, "I don't know why I worked hard to join the company. I don't know why some of the employees were sprinkled outside or stray. Work week after work week after work week after work week. Would you like to fix it until morning? One of the reasons I decided to quit. Still, it would be nice if we could focus on developing original drawings in the company, but of course we couldn't afford that time. Well, if you do 4 works at once, you don't have time to teach." Situation escalated when some of the users tried to defend Mappa Studio, saying that Muishio has simply been transferred to another project and he is not leaving Mappa. To confirm this, a user directly asked the animator whether he was leaving Mappa or not. To this, Muishio replied that he was leaving Mappa and it was a mistake to work with Mappa. So, when it comes to what's going on with this, it sounds like, especially with the final season, that was we know it was a rush job. We know that they had to do a lot, taking over to finish that last season of that anime. So we understand the workload they were under, but it seems like they weren't even appreciated or got the opportunity to even try to do anything they wanted to do. And he wanted to work on his own stuff, so he left. I mean, how do you translate what he meant, and are you on the side of the studio? Because Mappa's been putting out some banging work, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, among others. That they're a top studio. Anything they put out has been cracked. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you on the side of the studio, or are you on the side of the, you know what I'm saying, the animator? I mean, what's going on here? You're just indecisive in what's going on.
It's tough, but at the same time, I agree with what he's got to say, because when Studio Mappa, there's even memes about it right now. Studio Mappa, they weren't really known for a good while, but then all of a sudden, you know, they came out of nowhere, out of storm, you know, and then like they're the big company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's because like he said, you know, they were running 4 projects at the same time. They're taking on all these projects, you know, like, yeah, we could do it. Yeah, we could do it. Yeah, we could do it. You know, and it's just it's gonna be tough, you know. It's like a really busy week at work, right? You know, you got all these things going on, and okay, yeah, it'll last the week, right? And but you know that there's gonna be time when the busyness comes down, and you know you can kind of relax a little bit, and then, you know, it kind of goes back to normal.
Right.
For these animators though, it never comes down. That's the thing, you know, especially if there's multiple projects being done and all the time. And granted, yeah, okay, a lot of people, they make the argument, well, that's their job, that's what they're supposed to do. Yeah, but try running 80 plus hours a week, right? And then, you know, you have to draw. There's like 100 panels for I don't even know how many minutes that even correlates to, but sometimes, you know, certain scenes, they take a lot of panels to be drawn, and
a whole lot of panels to be drawn.
Right, and there's only so many people doing it, and everybody has to basically draw the same style, you know, because it has to match. So when it actually gets animated, it looks the same. So you know, the dude looks like the same guy 2 seconds later, and he doesn't look from, you know, a dude to now he's a horse, right? It doesn't work like that. So that's why they got to have the same art style. So it's definitely a high stress environment, and you know, more than likely, yeah, they are going to be overworked. And it, you know, and more of these types of articles come out, and more of these animators come, you know, out and voice their opinions on it, and they say how stressful it is. How, like we said, like we were talking about last week, there is a unit chief director who is going out and talking, you know, about the poor work conditions in the anime industry. This isn't new, you know, and so, and then, you know, granted, like you said, this is an older article, but it reinforces that these animators are poorly treated. Facts. Granted, maybe not in the sense that they're being, you know, like they're being beaten at work, or, you know, like they're getting threatened that they're going to get fired, you know, every 5 seconds, but, you know, they are literally getting piles and piles of stuff for them to do. And granted, they're human. They're not going to be able to keep up necessarily. You know, if you give me 3,000 pages to do and I got to do it in an hour, ain't no way in hell I'm doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you know,
and they're constantly doing it, and especially when it comes to what they did with Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, they did it quickly, because even the turnaround for that finishing that season out, you know what I'm saying, it took a lot. And to me, CGI or not, the animation was beautiful compared to freaking Yu Yu Hakusho, what we saw back in the day. I mean, we've came so far from what we had, and people just don't seem like they're happy.
They take it for granted.
It seems like it's the same thing when it comes to video games and all that too. It's like some of the best video games don't have the best graphics.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like,
and on top of that, dude, like, for Studio Mappa to have Attack on Titan's final season, right? They had a severely cut amount of time. Mm-hmm. Normally they get a year plus, you know, in order to work on this project. They had months, you know. So that just goes. So not only did they have time constraints, they didn't even, you know, they had all this work on top of those time constraints. It's crazy, man.
Facts. I mean, look, it's not something I want to see. Because this person was a very talented individual, but like they said, he's possibly already working with somebody else, and I just wish him luck in his future endeavors, because Studio Mappa is. Thanks Hato Sanchez for the follow. And Mappa did Yasuke as well, as Edgar said in the comment below. And Yasuke, the animation of Yasuke was beautiful. It was really dope to me. So we just have to give Mappa just doing what's going on, and maybe the conditions that they're working in aren't for, you know what I'm saying, that particular person. So I'm not gonna say that Mappa is a horrible studio. I stand with creators hands down, but I'm not gonna say Mappa was a horrible studio, because their workload was crazy.
Too much, right? I definitely, you know, Certain
Hey,
people thrive in that.
Julio
So,
Cabrera like the stream. Yeah,
hey,
yeah, definitely. They got some big news coming up with them with Gorilla Publishing too. That we're gonna
okay,
be.
that's what's up.
I'm hopefully gonna be able to get them in for an interview next month on A Plus Opinions. So that's gonna be pretty dope. I look
That's what's
forward to
up.
that.
Nice.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I
Yeah.
haven't had too many people. I haven't read too many people speaking out against Mappa like that, and they seem like they praise and take care of their employees. So
Right.
until I really see otherwise, I'm not gonna badmouth them.
Right.
And
It's
Julio went
popping
ahead and
off.
shared the stream. It's popping off today, huh?
Right.
So I'm not gonna badmouth him. And what I see, I stand with the creator. So I just wish him success in what he's doing,
Right.
and we'll see what goes on then. But speaking
True.
of, well, I guess that's not really a segue in what's going on, but we do have a crazy story, and this is why you don't illegally stream stuff, people. Stuff does happen bad.
I got you on the segue, homie. Okay, so going back to how, a lot of animators are poorly, handled, I guess is the best way to put it. We talked last week about how they weren't really making, big bucks like those voice actors and like other, jobs, right?
Right.
Well, this is one of the major reasons why they're not getting the just desserts that they're supposed to be getting.
Okay. Ex-illegal. I like what you did there. Ex-illegal manga site operator sentenced to 3 years in prison by Japan court. Wow. A 29-year-old man was 29 years old. This dude,
That's messed up.
29 years old. A 20-year-old man was sentenced to 3 years of jail time due to operating an illegal manga site which allowed people to read manga like One Piece, Naruto, and Berserk for free. Romy Hashino was running a popular illegal website titled Manga Mirror, which I've heard of this site, which was shut down 2 years before due to copyright infringements. Manga Mirror is believed to have caused losses of more than 2.7 billion to the manga industry. It is believed that Hashino asked a number of accomplices to join him in making manga available for the website for free through a system he established with the internet to earn a huge amount of money, according to Kabara. Hashino was captured in the Philippines.
Hey, hold up.
Your home,
Wait a minute.
the Philippines, your home stomping ground. After having been, now you know it's bad when you go run to the Philippines trying to get away from something.
Right.
Hashino was captured in the Philippines after being listed as on an international warrant list. After that, he was deported to Japan in September 2019. He had entered the Philippines in May 2018. According to the ruling, Hashino will also pay 10 million yen, a 10 million yen fine along with 3 years in prison, while his 62 million yen in overseas accounts will be confiscated. While defending Hashino's defense team argued during the trial that his actions did not constitute a crime because of the manga files uploaded on Manga Mirror were already viewable uploaded on other websites. An official from manga publishing company Shishuino Inc. welcomed the jail sentence as appropriate. Official further commented, if a work that authors have put their heart and soul into can freely be accessed by the public, this will harm the environment in creating interesting works, he said in a press conference following the ruling. He also said that hopefully this ruling will cause people to stay away from uploading manga illegally online. Bruh. You remember back in the day when we were searching to read manga on sites when we wanted to see what happened in Dragon Ball and Inuyasha and Bleach and stuff like that, and we used to praise those sites, and that's the only thing we did. Julio said, "Damn, yeah, that is nuts." And I would like to, Julio, if you feel like taking the time to write this out, I really want to know what you feel like it, because you're somebody who takes time to actually create works. And when somebody sits there and whether they scan your pages or they're taking them from another site that they paid for and they're uploading them for free, and then not just uploading them for free, making money off of them, that is basically taking food out of a creator's plate. Like I said, I am 110% for creators. What we're doing here at A Plus Opinions, what I do with my music, what we do with these podcasts is we're creating content in order to entertain people. If people are taking my content and giving it away for free, how do I keep developing that said content? Because it's costing me. It costs me electric bills, it costs me equipment, it costs me studio time, it costs time of my day to sit here and edit all this stuff we put out. And then I might ask for $1 or $5 subscription on Patreon so that I'm able to keep that up and keep doing it. And then you take those works and you put them out for free, so now people don't have to go through my paywall in order to contribute to me that $1 or that $5. Now they're giving it out for free. I mean, what are we supposed to do? To me, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. He has 62 million yen seized, right? Then he still has to pay back 10 million yen. But it said he did $1.27 billion worth of damage to the manga industry with that. Am I wrong for saying that his sentence was light?
I personally, for me, I don't think you're wrong. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money lost. And he knew what he was doing was wrong. All right, granted. Okay, yeah, he tried his defense team tried to argue, well, other people are doing it. Okay. But just because other people are doing it doesn't make you doing it any better, right?
No.
It's still bad.
Facts. If it goes back to that saying, if 10 other people went and jumped off a bridge to their death, are you going to jump off the bridge too? Just because two wrongs don't make a right. If just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean that you're allowed to do it. There's the current situation. It's a lot of people trying to rip off the government $20,000 for a PPP loan. Does that mean just because they did it illegally that you should do it illegally too? Because there's consequences for actions, and this shows that you can be rendered to have to answer for those actions. You know what I'm saying? That you contribute to. I actually think this is a win for creators. I really feel that he didn't get enough time. I feel like maybe that's their laws out that he got 3. I feel like maybe more like 10 years, having to pay the 10 million back, and 10 years because 3 years of his life, 29 years old, he's out at 32. You know what I'm saying? Paying $10 million back. He could still enjoy and live his life. He knew what he was doing wrong because he was grown. It wasn't like he was fresh out of college at 18 or something like that, like under 21. This is somebody who knows what they were doing and was profiting very well off of it, and didn't have any thoughts of the creators or their families and what was going on. So nah, bro. Nah. Yeah.
I feel it. And it's messed up because some people defend the people who run these illegal sites, and I get it. So I've heard arguments in support of these people because how else am I supposed to view it here in the States, because it's all in Japan.
Let me get this in right quick. Julio says, I agree with you. It affects everyone and discredits the creator and the product directly. It's like people stealing instruments, and creating bootlegs. So yeah, bro, that is a great way, to break that down. Now, if you want to continue what you were on.
People they support they say they support it because it brings it. One, it's the only way for people in the States to really view it. There's no other way to view it, apparently, right? And it's bringing publicity to those works, so then eventually those people, they'll buy the DVDs, they'll buy the manga or whatever, or they'll buy t-shirts or merch. But you have to take into consideration, most people who watch the anime, once they watch it, that's it. They're not gonna go buy the DVD, they're not gonna buy the Blu-ray. Only really, I wouldn't say adamant fan, but really, big fans, they'll do that stuff. Collectors will do that. But the average anime fan, they're not going to do that, right? They're not going to buy the manga and put it on a bookshelf, to show off in their room. They're not going to, they'll buy the shirts, right? But that's not necessarily going to be profit for the person who originally created the work. It's going to be like a third party that made the t-shirt or something like that. And so by making these illegal sites, you get publicity. just because you get the publicity, you're not getting the money to it. Like the dude himself made 62 million yen off of it, right?
Right.
None of that money went to none of that money went to the creator of whatever manga he's put up on that site. You know, and so you're not supporting the creator. So if let's say that person didn't make the money off of it. He might not make another chapter. He might just cancel. I'm done with this work, or he might not even make another work afterwards. Like, this is my only work. You know, there's no money in it. I'm done. Right? Some people will be like, oh, well, that's over exaggerated and stuff like that. But they have to put food on their table. They have to put clothes on their back. They have to put a roof over their head. And they're trying to do something that they love. And these people are coming in and being like, nah, son, I'm gonna use it to get a roof over my head. I'm going to use it to put food on my table, but you're going to put in all the work. Everybody going to be upset about that. If someone just came into your house, hey, this is my house, you're going to put in the work to pay for this house, but I'm going to live in it.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be mad. Come on now.
Very much so.
So
I'm gonna be irate. Screw mad. I'm gonna be upset if I catch you, if I'm struggling to put my music together or put my album out, and then you're like bootlegging my CD and selling it and making more money than me. Yeah, it's
BS.
It's total BS. Like
Right.
Julio said, it's like the guy who sells Upper Deck Marvel sketch cards on eBay for hundreds, and the artist only gets like $5 per card.
Yes, exactly, dude. Exactly. Like, how does that make sense? I mean, I get why people do, but like, why? It's just messed up, man. And I get it. Okay, people they blame the system itself. It's, oh well, there's not really any systems in place in order, but there's so many streaming sites now. There's so many official ways in order to get that anime, that manga, whatever you're trying to grab off these illegal sites. So what are you doing still fishing on them sites for?
Right.
And
to be honest with you, it's cheaper nowadays to be able to get the manga in your hand daily. I mean, you got access
Right.
like Viz Media. Viz Media is only $2.99 a month.
Right.
Like
$3.
$3 a month to read thousands of mangas. They have tools for like to read DC and Marvel comics that are only like $5 a month, and you can read or you can download the thing, and if you want to read the manga, if you want to read the Marvel comic, that's how I kept up with like the Powers of X and all of that. I sit there and I pay the $3 in the app on my phone and read it if I couldn't get to the comic book store. And that, but with me, even though I bought it on the app, I'm still going to the local comic book store to support the print, because I want my hands on the artwork that they do. It's just like if I want something created, I'm going to support everything. I'll go buy the comic book, and then I go to the local artist and let them, hey, could you do me a render of this and anything, so I put up on my wall that helps you. But at the same time, I'm going to want an original of a cover or a comic of something you did. Speaking of like, I got the Lost City of the Explorers, the Creative Comics cover, on my wall.
Nice.
I've got a Death Bag from Gorilla Publishing, like, like art of that on my wall. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's what you're supposed to do in order to support creators, to make sure that they can eat. So it's kind of crazy to me. But let's get into the last topic and leave it on a higher note. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down for that.
Let's definitely leave it on a higher note. This is interesting. Zack Snyder, Mr. Justice League Snyder Cut himself, is interested and open to directing a Dragon Ball Z or anime movie. Now, we did have a Dragon Ball movie come out, live action, and it doesn't exist.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that
No.
at all. But let's go into this. Zack Snyder has revealed that he is open to directing either a Dragon Ball Z movie or another based on a different anime. Snyder is no stranger to the world of adaptation, as a prominent filmmaker who has shared different takes on comic book properties in the past, and it seems like he wouldn't mind taking on a story from the world of anime. Snyder's recent Army of the Dead will start this trend, as not only was it a brand, I totally lost where I was at. Not only was it a brand new film for Netflix, but would also be getting an anime series set before the events of the movie. Which,
What?
yes,
Okay.
that's one of the things that made me really geeked about Army of the Dead, is that it was actually getting a Netflix anime set before what happened. So you
That's
can
what's
see
up.
everything that went on. So I'm really interested in the continuation of that. With that in mind, Snyder was asked about whether or not he would be open to directing an anime movie, specifically Dragon Ball Z, in an interview with Tyrone Magnus on YouTube. And Snyder revealed that he would consider it if the new project came right. So not completely outside the realm of possibility, as Snyder explained when you got him there with Super Saiyan Blue. God Blue Goku right there. Yeah, I like that. That looks nice.
Nice.
Goku could benefit from a little Snyderverse.
Right.
I would consider that. I mean, if it came right, Snyder began, but definitely I would do an anime remake or live action. That would be fun because I love animation and I watch a ton of anime with my kids who are too young. Who's too young to watch it, but we watch it anyway. By the sounds of the answer, he's not entirely against the idea of directing an anime film rather than making something purely live action. Considering anime fans' reaction to live action adaptations, this might be the best move. Snyder will be influencing new anime projects shortly enough, as Army of the Dead Lost Vegas is an official prequel series coming to Netflix in the near future. There has yet to be a release date for the new original anime series, but the cast has been set with the likes of Joe Manganiello as Rose, Christian Slater as Torrance, Henry Lennox as Boorman, and Ross Butler as Chin, Anaya Coulter as Lucia, Vanessa Hudgens as Willow, John Malone as Zeta, Yi Tai Bakati as Queen Muriel, Kristen Wiig as Nicole, Monica Barboa as Megan, and Nolan North as Clemson. Netflix describes Army of the Dead Las Vegas as such. Army of the Dead Las Vegas chronicles the origin story of Scott, who was played by Dave Bautista, and his rescue crew during the initial fall of Vegas, as they confront the mysterious source. Why can I read today? Mysterious source of the zombie outbreak. But what do you think? Could Zack Snyder be a good fit for a Dragon Ball Z movie? What anime would make a great use of his style? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, or you can even let us know your thoughts right now.
Right.
Screw going to them.
Right.
Screw going to them. Let us know your comments on what movie you think anime. I want to go live action because anybody can make a regular, you know what I'm saying, anime adaptation. That's basically what anime is. I want to know what film you feel like he could actually turn into a proper live action adaptation. Ooh, we got a lot going on right here. While you think of that,
Okay.
oh, those are the same comments. Why those pop back up?
Uh-oh.
So, what are you thinking?
I do have to agree Dragon Ball would be a good fit for him, but I'm going out on a limb here. I think that he could do a My Hero live action pretty well since he's already got superheroes in the bag.
That's I don't think that's fair that you just jump
He's
out
already-
with
He's
the
already
live.
done it. Oh, I know, it's bad, but he's already done superheroes, and he did really well, as we've seen with the Justice League Zack Snyder cut, right? So he's familiar with superpowered people and stuff like that. My Hero could be a good pick for it.
I'm
I'm sorry, I picked the best one. Well, the easiest one.
I'm gonna give you. Man, this is hard. This is hard.
Right?
I'm gonna give you one, except I'm gonna make it a trilogy.
Oh, okay. All right, what you thinking?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, that's unfair. Hitting the childhood.
Yeah,
Oh, that could be really good.
I'm gonna
That
go.
could be really good.
I'm gonna go with Yu Yu Hakusho just for the simple fact that characters' superpowers, he gets to build them up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You get a different arc. You get the dark tournament. You get the different stuff he goes through, meeting these other characters. Right. These teams coming together, and then the end of the trilogy is the dark tournament. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get through that. And I think that would be really, really, really dope, man. And I think it would benefit from his style because of how dark and gritty, you know what I'm saying, the anime could be at the time, but still be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
yes. And that's actually good timing too, especially because Netflix is already doing a live action of Cowboy Bebop. So bringing more childhood live actions up to the forefront.
That was actually my original thought, was something like Cowboy Bebop, or maybe like Trigun or something like that. But since we were already getting the live action Cowboy Bebop, that's what made me slide to Yu Yu Hakusho, because it's not really too many newer animes that I want animated in live action because they're fresh. They're newer animes.
Right.
They're newer mangas. So it would be something like a blast from the past. Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? If he did
they just did that one too, yeah.
Well, if he did a live action of a Full Metal Alchemist, that'd be pretty dope. The live action they did recently of Bleach was cool, but I feel like Zack Snyder could do that better. I don't know why like all his worlds have to play with dark things. We can't just give him something happy. Like he can't do Food Wars or something like that and make that a live action adaptation.
Well, Food Wars gets dark in of itself. You know, towards the later half, you know, I mean, if we're talking about like, you know, live action like Pokemon or something like that, you know, power for fairy tale, power of friendship type
we got a live action Pokemon from Detective Pikachu. Maybe we can get a Sailor Moon, a live action Sailor Moon. True. Maybe Zack Snyder could do Sailor Moon and have the female protagonist doing that. That would be really interesting. That'd be pretty cool.
And we got the new Sailor Moon movie anyways on Netflix, so Sailor Moon's hot right now.
Sailor Moon's always hot. Like I don't think Sailor Moon ever died off.
More hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It never will. It never does.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon's always going to be a part of the anime community, no matter how long has it been.
Julio said Fist of the North Star. That might be the winner.
Oh, I like that.
That might be the winner. Fist of the North Star. 8-Man, Vampire Hunter D. Oh, Vampire Hunter D would be good.
Okay. Okay, so we're just hitting everything that was great back in the day. Okay.
He could do a lot. He could do a lot, and I think with time, I want to see him do it. I think I'm going to start a hashtag Zack Snyder for anime live action.
For
anime live action. Okay. I think I'm going to start that hashtag.
Anime live action Zack Snyder or Zack Snyder anime live action.
Yeah,
right.
We're going to start that over on the Anime Assembled Instagram page. Definitely.
Okay. And we'll just keep posting until he does it.
That'll be super dope.
That would be great.
Just give us like a commentary world. Like if you decide to do something with us as a tournament, let us be the people like on the side talking about what's going on. Be the commentators for the tournament.
Right. That would be so great. Oh my God, he just hit him with a key blast. Oh God, wait, what just happened? Hold on, wait.
Kamehameha. What was that? We can't even follow them with our eyes anymore. What is going on? His hair just turned yellow.
Did he just level up?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did he just pull a sword out of nothing?
Why did he give the green thing a sensu bean and then send his child to get beat up? Like,
oh God,
it'd be crazy, man.
Oh,
it'd be nuts. But yeah, big up for Zack Snyder for actually watching anime with his kids though. It's always good when the person who could possibly develop something, which he said he thought about it, is nothing in the works or anything like that. But it's real cool to know that the person who's actually people want to see do something is a fan of what's going on. Not like that terrible Borderlands movie that's getting ready to come out that Kevin Hart is doing. Yeah, just ruined my love for Borderlands. Let's not talk about that at all. We'll leave that for a rant or something. But yeah, my man. You want to go ahead and recommend them a manga, something to check out like we always do before we get out of here?
Yes. So this is actually kind of funny because I stumbled upon this manga completely by random. I was on, it's funny because you brought up Viz Manga's app earlier. I was on it earlier and I was trying to what was it? I was trying to read Jujutsu Kaisen and I accidentally clicked into this manga and I started reading without thinking of it and I was like, this doesn't look wait, what is this? This doesn't look like Jujutsu Kaisen. And I kept reading, and then I was like, "Yo, this is good. Hold on, wait a minute." And then now I'm 20 chapters in, and I'm like, "Jesus, okay, I gotta tell Indy about this. We're gonna have to talk about this. I'm gonna have to bring it up in the pod."
Okay.
And this manga is called Kaiju Number 8 or Monster Number 8, and I can't stress this enough on how geeked I am about this manga, especially because I was a huge fan. I still am. I'm a huge fan of the Pacific Rim movies. Huge fan. And this is about kaiju, about those
Not
monsters.
the anime, but the movies. The anime
No,
was not that good.
No. Well, we'll get into that one another time. But the movies are great, right? And I love the whole monster thing. I was always a big fan of like Godzilla and King Kong and stuff like that. Mothra and blah 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 blah. Always a big fan of those monster movies. And so monster anime, obviously I'm gonna be super hyped for it, right? And it trips me out because this manga, it's literally Pacific Rim meets Attack on Titan. And it's a manga. And I cannot be happier with it.
Something that you could possibly see getting animated soon?
Oh, it's 100%. There's without a doubt. Once there's enough chapters in it, they're putting out an anime for it. Hands down, in the next year or two, guaranteed there's going to be an anime adaptation.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
That's how good this show is, or well, this manga is.
Well, as I said earlier, I was watching Seven Deadly Sins. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. But
it is good.
Yasuke. If you haven't checked out Yasuke on Netflix right now, it's came up a lot in the comments. Make sure you get a chance to go ahead and check that particular anime out because it's actually super super dope. But what is it? Let me pull up my Crunchyroll right quick. Let me pull up the roll because there's something that I've been watching that is pretty popular, but I don't think it's getting its just due on what's going on.
Okay.
I know you know what it's called. It's not Burn the Witch, although Burn the Witch is kind of dope. If you like, it has really.
If you like Bleach.
If you like Bleach, check out Burn the Witch. Noblesse.
Noblesse?
Noblesse.
Oh, bro.
If you're into anime and you like story plus action and stuff like that, you have to check out Noblesse. Noblesse is the closest thing I think I've watched to I really enjoyed Vampire Hunter D, and everybody's raving about Castlevania right now. If you watch Noblesse, I don't think you would be worried about Castlevania on Netflix.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up because the best part is that's a webtoon.
Yeah.
And a Crunchyroll original.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh my god, dude. There's so many big things happening with that. Oh, it's so good.
Definitely.
It's so good.
So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you guys check that out.
For
but
real.
We want to thank everybody that tuned in.
Yes. Thank you.
Gregory, Julio, Hato, Jennifer, everybody who chimed in the comments. Edgar, you know what I'm saying? We always appreciate you guys tuning in to check us out.
Thank you.
Go ahead and tell them where they can find you at, Forsaken.
Oh, you can always find me over on Instagram at Forsaken_Powers. I don't really post that much on there, unfortunately, because I'm too busy with the other Instagram, Anime Assembled. Most of my posts go up there. I try my best to post something every week on top of, like all this random stuff. I do, I'm going to start trying to post up on my personal account more, but I don't know. I just feel like Anime Assembled, everybody's going over there for anime. No, I don't really bother with my account. I'm not the big social media kind of guy like that. But I'm trying.
Yeah.
So bear with me, please.
Yeah.
But you can always catch my man Indy over at everywhere with this one.
Definitely. As you can see at the top, Instagram, Anime Assembled, at A Plus Opinions on Instagram. But make sure you tune in to the A Plus Hero Report on YouTube, youtube.com/A Plus Hero Report, where I give news and reviews on DC Marvel television shows. We'll be covering Loki weekly. We just got done with the episode 1 of Loki review. You guys go check that out. Man,
that was a good review.
Yeah, we do everything over there. But you can check me out personally at Nerd Mix Alpha. Link Up Podcast to be coming back soon at the Nerd Mix Alpha YouTube page, and you can stream my music on all DPSs. That's all streaming platforms. All you have to do is search Indie Uchiha. So until next time, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. Yes, this is the first time we did half of the episode live on the Nerd Mix Gaming page. We did half of it. We record the whole thing and we put it up on A Plus Opinions. So if you want to catch the whole episode, catch A Plus Opinions Saturday when we put it up there. But we do have merch available. nerdmixgaming.live/merch. nerdmixgaming.live/merch. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see some of the new merch we got out. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. We got a lot of interviews, reviews, and everything like that popping, and we just want to thank you for coming on this journey with us. So until next time, as always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix, and we out of here, baby.
Oh, yeah.